Breaking news, Nigerians. Supreme Court is plotting to affirm Tinubu's victory on Monday to beat FBI file release. Guys, this is serious. The former presidential spokesman and the publisher of Point Blank News, Mr. Jackson Ude, has accused the Supreme Court of Nigeria of plotting to affirm President Bola Tinubu's victory as to beat the deadline slated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, to release his files. The accusation is coming after the Apex Court on Thursday constituted a 7-member panel of judges that will hear the appeal in the petitions filed by the two presidential candidates, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party and Peter Obi of the Labour Party, challenging the outcome of the last elections that produced Bola Tinubu as president. Also, notice for the hearing, which is to commence by the 23rd of October 2023, were served on the door. The notice was signed by Zainab M. Garba in the office of the registrar, said by the Order 2 Rule 1 of the Supreme Court Rules 1985 as amended. The notice is deemed as sufficiently served on the parties. Now, the list of the members of the panel to sit on the appeals include Justice Musa Datijo Mohammed, Wani Musa Abba Aji, Lawan Garba, Helen M. Ogunwumiju, I.N. Sulawa, Tajini Abubakar, and Emmanuel Ajim. But Jackson Ude, who expressed doubt on the integrity of the 7-man panel of judges, said there were strong indications that they would reject the new evidence of the certificate forgery lodged against Tinubu by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. According to Mr. Ude, the justice would anchor their decisions on the technical grounds, in which he said could become the fastest election petition decisions, mainly targeted at beating the FBI files set to be released at the end of October. Now, the 7th panel of rogue justice of Supreme Court, set up by Justice Ariwola Olukayode on the presidential election petitions of Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, would on Monday reject the new evidence of certificate forgery against Bola Tinubu and affirm him as the duly elected president of Nigeria. The justice will hang their decisions on technical grounds in what might become the fastest election petition decision, mainly aimed at beating the FBI files set to be released at the end of October. Now, my country people, they will be conferring today by Monday. The lawyers representing the parties are to appear before them, and as soon as the lawyer make their argument, the justice will take a decision putting an end to the presidential elections petitions. But as it stands now, it seems that Tinubu's presidency is about to be questioned, with the FBI set to release another round of banger against the president. Now, the president, Tinubu, would just have to watch out, because the FBI are set to release the files of Tinubu. And the last time Tinubu's files or documents or credentials got released to the public, it did not end well for Tinubu. It never ended well for the president, because a lot of stories emerged, mostly from his Chicago State University, the saga that surrounds it, and the forfeiture he made, and all of that. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this issue? However, Nigerians have reacted. The Jackson Ude, he was the first to say Tinubu is sick. He cannot perform any function the other day. Now, this man has come again. I hope the Supreme Court judges will give true judgment. If not, that will stigmatize the Nigeria judiciary with bad names, and it will affect Nigerians all over the world and the judiciary negatively in the nearest future. The world will see Nigerians as criminals, as scammers. So the Supreme Court judges should be plain and fair in passing their judgment. Now we've seen that a dollar is now 127 to a naira just 5 months. We are watching. Imagine a known criminal is the president of Nigeria and he is still bragging. By referring to the judges of the apex court as rogues, this shows that this man no be here. Well, they must do justice to everybody. What we want is a peaceful nation, and they must obey whatever the law of the land says, whether they like it or not. Okay, guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this issue? It is so obvious that the Supreme Court, they are set to give judgment on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's, victory, and the petitions of the two petitioners include Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, and this would be the last, petition that the court would be hearing concerning the election matters. This would end at the Supreme Court. Everything would end at the Supreme Court. Once the Supreme Court judges gives their judgment, that would be the final judgment. The three petitioners would not appeal at any other court, because there is no court they would run to appeal against the judgment of the Supreme Court, because surely the Supreme Court is the apex court. It is the highest court in Nigeria, and therefore if they are not happy with the judgment of the justice of the Supreme Court, well, they would have to just fall back and prepare ahead of the 2027 general elections in Nigeria. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.